Hey everyone and welcome. In this video we look at a ridiculous push for power from SNP's Alison Thewlis.
And I do believe that we have rotten politics, and I'm not using that as an exaggeration.
It's titled, SNP shut down by Rishi Sunak as MP tries to make power grab to decide Scottish taxes. Yes, you heard that right. They want to control their taxes. Are they serious? Let's watch the clip.
Would he agree with the SNP that we need a stimulus package of at least £80 billion, including a 2% cut to employers' national insurance contributions and reducing VAT for the hospitality sector, as demanded by the Scottish Government? And if he does not believe that these steps should be taken, will he allow the Scottish Government to have the full suite of financial powers that it requires to meet this challenge?
Mr. Speaker, the Honourable Lady talks about scale of ambition. I'm proud of what this government has put in place and the speed in which it has done so. 9 million people's jobs have been protected through our furlough scheme. 2.7 million self-employed have had their income supported. Millions of companies have received access to loans, grants, tax deferrals. And in sum, this represents £130 billion of support, one of the most comprehensive and generous support packages available of any country anywhere in the world.
Now, let's remember, they've done such a sterling job so far, constantly begging for more and more bailouts. Obviously, while calling the English and Brits all the names under the sun, there is a term for that, Scotland, SNP, bite the hand that feeds you. And now they want to control taxes. Scotland, are you ready to be taxed to high heaven? They're already hitting you with a low enterprise policy, now they want to hike your taxes. You're looking forward to SNP driving you into dust because English man bad? To any patriot Scots, please discount yourself from this. I do not mean you. I'm a unionist like you. I want our union to continue forever, hopefully. Mutually beneficial. But these SNP fraggles have no clue how to lead Scotland, and they are a parasite, in my opinion. Always one-upmanship. They remind me of Democrats in America. Lie to your face while asking for dollar. Do anything to oppose their opponents, just because it's them. Same thing here, isn't it? Let's read the article, shall we? Rishi Sunak shut down the SNP's Alison Thewlis in a heated exchange in the House of Commons. The Chancellor hit back at the SNP's Alison Thewlis, stating that the furlough scheme had helped protect 9 million jobs. Mr Sunak added the furlough scheme is one of the most comprehensive and generous support packages available in the world, and also very, very socialist, in my opinion. The SNP MP said, will you agree, and we'll be paying for it for a long, long time, will you agree with the SNP that we need a stimulus package of at least £80 billion, including a 2% cut to employers' national insurance contribution and reducing VAT for the hospitality sector, as demanded. Have you noticed the language that they use now? It's demand, surrender, all that sort of stuff. It's all sensationalist, isn't it, by the Scottish Government? If he does not believe these steps should be taken, will he allow the Scottish Government to have the full sweep of financial powers that it requires to meet this challenge? Scotland, SNP, you are not a single country. Stop thinking you are. Absolute muppets. Delusions of grandeur, is it not? Mr Sunak replied, I am proud of what this government has put in place and the speed in which it has done so. 9 million people's jobs have been protected from our furlough scheme. 2.7 million self-employed have had their income supported. Millions of companies have received access to loans, grants and tax deferrals. In summary, this represents 130 billion of support. Where's that coming from? One of the most comprehensive and absolutely ridiculous. We're going to be paying this off for so long. This is not going to help us out in the long run, I guarantee it. Earlier today, the Resolution Foundation urged the Chancellor to further loosen the purse strings. What? Done 130 billion? At this point, are we starting to think maybe the Tories were the wrong choice? They seem to be doing a lot of exactly what Labour wanted to do, i.e. spend billions that they don't have. James Smith, Research Director at the Resolution Foundation, said the lurgy-induced economic crisis is like no other crisis we've seen. And with interest rates already at record lows, we should have stayed with herd immunity then. The Chancellor will need to take the lead in delivering an ambitious policy response to secure Britain's economic recovery. The measures the Chancellor announced in his mini-budget tomorrow need to be big enough to reflect the size of the crisis we face, targeted at the sectors that need the most support and flexible enough to cope with the uncertainties that lie ahead. Can I just say at this point, why are we still talking like this? We've had mass protests, no massive increase in people getting it, yet we're still talking about, oh well, we've locked down and we're going to have to keep locking down for a little bit longer in certain places if we're doing this or we're doing that wrong, or if this is done that. It's absolutely ridiculous at this point. Every day is hurting our economy, every single day, and Rishi Sunak should understand this. A 200 billion fiscal stimulus should therefore focus on protecting jobs and supporting spending in hard-hit sectors of the economy, and reflect the fact that low-income households have found it far hardest to cope. Now, what's my opinion on this? Do you hear what she said, the SNP? She said 80 billion is what they need. Is she serious? Where from exactly? Oh yeah, you want tax control, don't you? See what I mean, Scotland? Tax to death. Now let's put that in perspective. That's roughly £16,000 for every man, woman and child in Scotland. Alison, you dizzy dope, do you own a money tree? Of course you don't, so don't expect us to either. They don't exist, just like unicorns. Absolute idiot. Well, anyway, that's the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, bell icon, share it out. Leave me a comment. I do try and get through most of them. And I shall see you on the next one. Stay safe, everyone.